In this video, we are going to compare the new Creaform GoSCAN Spark to the new HandySCAN Black. Now, these two new models from Creaform were introduced in 2019 and have already enjoyed enormous success. But which one is right for you? We'll take a look at their technical specs as well as how they perform in real-world situations and applications. Now, if you are interested in an in-depth demo of either of these 3D scanners, we have other videos that do just that. Click the links in the description below for those in-depth videos. So let's start with the technical specifications. Now, technical specs don't always tell the whole story, but it's important to review them, and we are going to focus on the key specs for each 3D scanner. First up, the GoSCAN Spark. Now, the GoSCAN Spark has an accuracy of up to 0.02 of an inch. It has a mesh resolution of up to just under 0.08 of an inch. That's the density of the mesh, how tight of a mesh you can make. It has a capture or measurement rate of up to 1.5 million points per second. And the light source, the projected light, is an LED light, and it has 99 lines that it projects out. The GoSCAN Spark uses 3 different positioning methods, basically how it tracks itself in space. And those can be geometry, targets, and texture, and a combination of all 3. So, for example, you could track just geometry, or geometry and targets, or geometry, targets, and texture. The scanning area is quite large. It's 15 by 4 inches square. That's how big of an area the scanner can see and capture data. And the standoff distance, which is how far away you have to hold the scanner from the part, is 15.7 inches. And the depth of field, that's basically how deep the scanner can see and collect data, is also good size at just under 12 inches. Now, since this scanner captures color, the texture resolution can be adjusted from 50 to 200 dpi, and it's 24-bit color. So those are the main specs of the GoSCAN Spark. All right, next up, the HandySCAN. Now, the HandySCAN comes in 2 models, the Black and the Elite, and we'll talk about both of them. Starting with accuracy, the Black has an accuracy of just under 1.5 thousandths of an inch, and the Elite has an accuracy of just under 1 thousandths of an inch. Now, they both share the same mesh resolution. That's, again, the density of the mesh of just under 4 thousandths of an inch. And the measurement or capture rate on the Black is 800,000 points per second, and on the Elite, it's 1.3 million points per second. Now, the light source is a blue laser, and in the Black, there are 7 lines, and in the Elite, there are 11. Now, there is a prism in there that actually splits the laser and emits 14 and 22 laser lines. And the Elite has what's called single line mode, which allows it to get into small holes and narrow cavities and pick up more detail. Now, both scanners are laser class 2M, and that is eye safe. The scanning area is the same for both at 12.2 by 13.8 inches, so just a little bit smaller than the Spark. The standoff distance is 11.8 inches, and the depth of field is 9.8 inches. Now, it's not mentioned here, but the positioning method is targets. It does require targets at all time to position itself. So the specs are great, but they don't always tell the real story. So let's discuss some real-world situations and see how each 3D scanner performs. Starting with surface types, this is where the HandySCAN Black will have some advantages. If the part is extremely dark and or shiny, the HandySCAN Black is able to 3D scan without developer spray or some other method to dull the surface. The GoSCAN Spark does surprisingly well on most surfaces, but can be a challenge on those extremely dark or shiny. The one surface type that both scanners will have a challenge on is anything that is highly translucent or clear. There is just no light that returns back to the sensor. Now let's talk about speed. Speed is important, but so is the quality of the 3D scan data. 3D scanning too fast can lead to missing data or lack of detail. With that being said, speed does help you get more done in less time, which can be critical. In ideal conditions, the GoSCAN Spark will 3D scan faster than the HandySCAN because of its larger capture area. If no targets are needed, this can add to even more time savings. However, if surface conditions are challenging or fine details such as very small holes or other fine features need to be collected, the HandySCAN Black might be the better choice. Accuracy is one of the first questions people ask us about these 3D scanners, and we have performed a variety of our own accuracy tests with both 3D scanners, and they seem to hit their stated specs pretty well. However, the HandySCAN is ISO 17025 certified, meaning it's gone through a stringent process to be certified, and you can expect those stated results. The GoSCAN has not and is not as accurate, but for its intended purpose, it performs extremely well. If inspection is one of your key criteria for using a 3D scanner, you might want to opt for the HandySCAN. If not, then other factors should be considered. Ease of use. Both scanners are winners here. They are both extremely portable, offer simple and fast calibration, easy setup, and both systems use the same VX Element software to collect and edit the 3D scan data. You really can't go wrong from an ease of use point of view with either system. If you can get away with no targets, then you could argue the GoSCAN Spark is easier in the sense that you don't have to target anything to start scanning. Now, we haven't actually talked about price because it does vary from country to country, but we will talk about price differences. The GoSCAN Spark has the lowest cost of the three scanners, with the HandySCAN Black coming in at about 25% more expensive than the GoSCAN Spark, and the HandySCAN Black Elite is about 35% more expensive. What you should do is not just look at price, but which scanner offers you the best value based on your needs and requirements. Now, what about accessories? Now, both systems can take advantage of additional Creaform products such as the VX Model and VX Inspect software and the MaxShot photogrammetry system. What is photogrammetry? Without getting too technical, it is a way to improve accuracy on large parts. When you are 3D scanning a large part, you start to introduce a stacking error, meaning as you move farther away from where you started scanning, you will continue to increase your inaccuracy. Photogrammetry helps control this using a camera system, coded targets, and scale bars. Environmental conditions. Both scanners work very well in an office environment as well as harsh shop floor conditions. We have taken these scanners out in some pretty dirty, dusty, oily, noisy, smelly, vibrating, loud, hot, and cold environments with no issues. The one condition that the HandySCAN will work better than the GoSCAN is in direct outdoor sunlight. Being laser-based, the HandySCAN is less affected by the sunlight. The GoSCAN is merely a projected LED light, and the sunlight will wash it out. In cloudy or morning, evening conditions, you may be okay, but if you are also trying to scan a dark or shiny finish, it may be difficult to impossible with the GoSCAN Spark. Scanning in color. This is an easy one, as the GoSCAN Spark is the only scanner in this comparison that can directly 3D scan and capture color. For the HandySCAN Black, a secondary process of 3D scanning the part and then either taking photos or downloading images or texture maps and then wrapping them onto a part using additional software would be your only option. So in summary, if we were to rate the scanners as good, better, and best, starting with surface type, the GoSCAN Spark does a pretty good job, but the clear winner here is the HandySCAN Black, with its ability to scan dark and shiny surfaces with no surface treatment. Moving on to scanning speed, the clear winner here is the GoSCAN Spark, with its larger scanning volume and 1.5 million points a second. In addition, many times no targets are required, will make the GoSCAN Spark the fastest scanner. As far as accuracy goes, the HandySCAN Black and Black Elite are ISO certified at less than 1.5 thousandths and 1 thousandths of an inch, depending on the model. Next up, looking at ease of use, both scanners are extremely portable, very fast to calibrate, and only take a few minutes to get up and running, making both of them a great choice. Even though these scanners are at different price points, they offer an exceptional value when you consider their cost, speed, accuracy, portability, and ease of use. Both are clear winners in their respected segments. Both scanners offer accessories such as photogrammetry, inspection, reverse engineering, and analysis software, making them both great values for future use and add-on products. In regards to environmental conditions, the GoSCAN works pretty well in most conditions. However, the HandySCAN Black would be the clear winner in the harshest of conditions, such as direct sunlight. With color being a built-in option for the GoSCAN Spark, it definitely wins this category. It can be done with the HandySCAN Black, but it would require additional steps and software. So what's the best scanner for your needs? Well, if color, speed, value, and ease of use are the top of your list, then the GoSCAN Spark is an excellent choice. If you require higher demands in regards to accuracy, surface finish, and environmental conditions, the HandySCAN Black is the best choice.